Hey guys, welcome back to Mo's Game Table. Today we're going to take a look inside Space Vermin from Beyond. This is a game designed by Fred Manzo and is published by Tiny Battle Publishing. This is Game 2 in the Invaders from Dimension X series, which I've already covered on the channel several months ago, and I had placed an order to get that game along with the follow-on games, Space Vermin from Beyond and Attack of the 50-Foot Colossi. These three games together are like watching a Saturday afternoon sci-fi movie marathon from the 50s. Campy, goofy, fun, enjoyable couple hours that you're going to have watching those movies. It's going to be the same playing these games. This is a Ziploc game, so there's no back of the box. So let's jump right in and take a look at all the components you get when you get Space Vermin from Beyond. All right, we get our rulebook, sheet of counters, player aid card, and our map. So let's set up the map and take a closer look at the game. And here's a look at the map that comes with the game. It's very similar in style to Invaders from Dimension X. You can see all of the different exit points, the nests 1 and 2, and their entrances, as well as the different locations that the bugs will be coming out of when they come out from the nests. Like here it says up top, says to Hex 613. That's where they'll be coming out here. Nest 1 to Hex 221, and then it'll be coming out up there. On the right-hand side, we have a table for jump pack, Vermite movement indicator note, special actions, your combat tables with marine modifiers, hits inflicted, Vermite modifiers, as well as hits inflicted, and then the terrain effects chart at the bottom right. On the opposite side, we have Map Zone Beta, which is going to be different than what you see on Map Zone Alpha, different type of terrain, different layout, as well as different entry points for the Vermites, or it's the Vermin as they're called here by the Marines in the game, and different buildings and locations for you to fight through. And we'll take a look at the player aid that comes with the game. At the top, we have tracks for Scenario 1. At the bottom, we have tracks for Scenario 2, and then we have the game turn track in the middle. For the different scenarios, you're going to have places for your event chits, movement by ID number with each type, combat, spawn, and then you have your Vermite ID numbers within unit type, NAT markers, pants gun, ant gun, and then you have spots at the bottom for eliminated Vermites, escape Vermites, and eliminated Marines. Next, we'll take a look at the counters that come with the game. At the top, we have the Vermite counters. Below that, we have the Marines and their weapons. Then we have the event chits at the bottom. These are going to be used to determine the direction of the Vermites, as well as introduce different events into the game. And lastly, we'll take a look at the rules. This is a 16-page full-color rulebook. Inside of the front cover, we have a listing of the different games available from Tiny Battle Publishing. Then we get into the introduction, the components, breakdown of how to read the counters, your maps, how to understand your maps. Then we get into the sequence of play, all broken down for you step by step. The Vermite event chit procedure, which is the event chits we saw when we looked at the counter sheets. That's going to determine the movement as well as any events that are going to take place in the game. Then you can alter the Queen's preferred direction. So this is going to be the Queen's preferred direction, but some things can alter that from happening. Then you have the Vermite movement procedure. We've got these notes in blue, these important notes in blue boxes, and then just regular notes in green. Then we have illustrated examples here for movement, Vermite attacks, drone suicide attacks, normal Vermite attacks. And then another combat example, another illustrated example. One thing I want to point out, if you notice, movement example here is kind of in like a gray background. The combat example is in yellow. So that is another way to make it easier if you need to reference the rules to see which one you're looking for, whether it's movement or combat. You can just go by the color coding, which is pretty fantastic. Vermite reinforcements, NAT effect phase, Marine attack phase. We have full movement, jump pack movement for the Marines, and you have full fire, shoot and scoot. Special Marine actions, they can recon, rally, request reinforcements. Then you have your Marine map entry, designated hexes, landing zone procedures. Then we get into the Marine combat. Standard Marine combat, then we have Marine pistols, anti-NAT targeting systems, portable anti-NAT targeting system, the pants gun. That just sounds so cool. I get a kick out of these terms in these games that Herman and Fred do, just a lot of fun. The Mad Scientist, Marine recovery vehicles, the NAT markers. Then we have the Marine recovery phase, the NAT purging phase, end phase victory conditions, and then the two-player option, which you can use if you don't want to play this game only solitaire, which this is a solitaire game. Then you have terrain features and effects. I'll explain to you. Then the terrain found only on Map Zone Alpha. There's some terrain only on Map Zone Beta. Then we get to the scenarios here on page 13. First one is the Family Jewels. Second is the Great Migration. And then we have the campaign game, which is playing both the first and second scenario, but with some special rules that you'll be using only for the campaign. Then we have the designer's notes from Fred. And then on the back, we have the Vermite event chit and secret weapon description chart. And that is a look at everything you get inside of Space Vermin from Beyond. This is a game designed by Fred Banzo and is published by Tiny Battle Publishing. Well, like I said before, Invaders from Dimension X I did a few months ago on the channel, and now we're going into game number 2. Game number 3 is coming up, and that's going to be Attack of the 50-Foot Colossi. These are just fun games. You don't sit down and have to concentrate real hard on the games. It's not like there's really deep rules to grok. These are just fun games. You throw it down on the table. You have a lot of random chaotic fun as these intrepid galactic marines out there taking on all sorts of weird aliens. And that's the fun part, is just go out there, have fun. You're going to get your ass kicked. It's part of the game. You're going to lose. You're going to reset it up and you're going to play it again. It's really not that difficult to sit down and just enjoy these games. And Herm does a great job at it, as well as Fred. And together they make a fantastic team in doing these games. And I heard that they were talking at one point of doing a 4th game, the Mossmen, Attack of the Mossmen, I think it was called, or something. Haven't heard anything on that since. Hopefully that will somehow come to pass at some point. Maybe put all of these games together in one box set, and that get a real box game. I think that would be pretty cool to have all of them together. But if you're looking for really enjoyable, fun games, these are great games to grab. Invaders from Dimension X series, which includes Invaders from Dimension X, Space Vermin from Beyond, and the Attack of the 50-Foot Colossi, which we'll be taking a look at on the channel next. Light rules, low counter density, and very portable. You can take them with you. You can probably fit them all in one Ziploc bag, take them on the road, and play them whenever you want, as well as at home. Well, I hope that helps you guys out if you've been curious about this one. If you have any comments or questions, post them down below. Thanks for tuning in, guys. See you next time.